Hey, hope you are doing good. Welcome to the Bizistech channel. In the previous video, we have learned about what is trademark and what are the types of trademark. But in this video, we are going to learn how we can register a trademark. Generally, every task which we perform have a different ways to perform. So we can register a trademark with two different ways. One is manual method through USPTO and the other is IP accelerator method. So the next question is, what is different between these two methods? If we are going to register our trademark manually through USPTO, then we will go on the website uspto.gov, fill all the requirements in the application and apply for the trademark. Or we can hire any lawyer who can do all the requirements on our behalf in the uspto.gov. If we talk about the pros and cons of the manual method is less expensive, but it is little bit lengthy. Like even we have to wait for 10 to 12 months to register our trademark. And if we talk about the second method, which is IP accelerator. IP accelerator is basically a program launched by Amazon for Amazon sellers to register a trademark using their affiliate lawyers. And if we are going to register our trademark using IP accelerator, and we talk about pros and cons of IP accelerator, the IP accelerator method is very short. Even we can register our trademark in just 2 to 3 months, but it is little bit expensive. But the main benefit which IP accelerator give us is because when we are going to register a trademark, our main purpose of registering a trademark is to get the brand registry benefit on Amazon Seller Central, and we can get the brand registry benefits if we are going to register a trademark through IP accelerator on the day we have applied for the trademark. In the other method, we have to wait for 10 to 12 months to register our trademark, and then using that trademark number we can register a brand registry on Amazon Seller Central. So if you are an Amazon seller, it is highly recommended to use Amazon IP accelerator method to register your trademark. Now let's move to next step and see how these two steps work to register a trademark. But before that, let's talk about requirements for applying a trademark. The first requirement is a legal business. You should have a registered legal business in the USA if you want to register a trademark in the USA. Or if you don't have a registered business, then you can use your individual address to register a trademark. But one thing you have to keep in mind, if you are not from USA, like you are registering a trademark from any other country like Pakistan or Dubai or any other country you are going to register a trademark, then you should have a registered company, because if you are going to register a trademark individually, the physical address is compulsory. The next requirement is a logo or a mark on which you are going to register your trademark, and the next is full legal name and address of the owner. If you are going to register trademark manually, individually, then your name and your address will be used here. And if you are going to register your trademark with the company, then your company name and the business address will be present here. The next requirement is for the person who are already using their e-commerce in the e-commerce field a trademark. They are going to register now a trademark, but already they are using in the e-commerce field. So they have to provide a picture of a product where their trademark appears, and the last requirement, and they have to give the first date they have started using that mark also. And the last requirement is you have to select a one international class, or you can other way you can say a one category in which your product falls. So let's move to our first method, which is trademark registration through IP accelerator. If you are going to register through IP accelerator, then first you will go on the Google and write Amazon IP accelerator, and moving to the next step, clicking on the first link, you will on the Amazon IP accelerator page. You can also access this page from the Amazon Seller Central through Explore Services page, and you will go on, come on the same page. You will click on the Get Started page, and moving on the next step, you will on the service provider network page. Here on the left part you can see different services are coming. You have to select a trademark service, as we are going to register a trademark. Then you will see that which lawyer you will use to register a trademark. There are different service providers coming here, and on checking their profiles, reviews and other data, you have to select one lawyer with which you move on to register a trademark. If you click on any of the service provider, you will go in his profile page. You can see reviews and read review from the downfall as well. And if you want to when on selecting one service provider, you will click on the contact provider, and after clicking on the contact provider, you will move on to the next step, where you have to give a short description, like service you are interested in. You will check in on the trademark, and then you will write a small description what type of service we need. That, like, we will say that we are going to register a trademark through USPTO, so we need your services. And then we will give our contact details, including email address and the phone number, and then submit request. After submitting request, within 48 hours we will receive an email from that service provider. In this email they will mention trademark charges, registration fees, procedure, methodology, and the file attached. The file which attached with that email consists of one form. We have to fill that form and send back to the service provider so that they can start the process of registering a trademark. One thing you have to keep in mind while you are filling that form, that all data should be accurate, because the data you will use here will be used registering a trademark, and if you have given a single mistake, then your trademark will be rejected and your fees will be non-refundable. So the form is like, you have to put all the data. First of all, you have to give the trademark on which mark you want to register, and then you will select one mark, word mark or design mark. I have explained the difference between word mark and design mark in the previous video. If you have not watched yet, you can watch from the Bizistech channel. So moving on, you will give all the owner information like name and city and all the addresses. And if we move on, next we can give the this is for attorney use only, and then we can check in for the searches. Search is most important part before registering a trademark, because if you are registering a trademark with a mark which is already registered in a uspto.gov, then your trademark application will be rejected and all your fees will be waste. So before going to start the application, you have to check either this mark is available or not. And recommended one is check this mark in USA and the Europe as well, so that if in the you are going to go with the global services in the future and want to register in the Europe, that mark should available in Europe as well. I will in the end of that video I will let you know the process how you can check in the Europe market and the USA that mark is available or not. So moving next, when we will fill all that form and submit them to the contact provider, after some days they will give us a one form which contain our mark, serial number, what's next, questions, and all data. We have to reconfirm all the data to start the process. So it's all the process while working through registering a trademark through IP Accelerator, and after 2 to 3 months our trademark will be registered. Now moving on to the next step and the second method, which is trademark registration through USPTO. If you are going to register a trademark through USPTO, first of all you will go on the website uspto.gov, and there you can see trademark and apply online. On clicking the apply online, you will see a bunch of forms present here. As we are going to register for the first time, we will click on the first initial application form and we will go on to the category page. Here we will find USPTO that we have to select one category. One is TS plus and the second one is TS standard. So what is the difference between TS plus and TS standard? If you select any class from the number of international classes available, then you will select the TS plus. And if you are going to make your own class, own category, then you will select TS standard. The fees for the TS plus will be $250 and the fees for the TS standard will be $350. One thing, keep in mind that if class is available, then I will recommend to choose TS plus, because if you are choosing from a category from the list class from the list of classes, then you will format it correctly. And if you are going to write your own class with respect to your product, goods and specification, then you may not write it properly and your application may reject it. So so it is highly recommended, if you are going to choose, then select TS plus and try to find out your class in the list of international classes, and if your class is not found there, then go with the standard mark. So now let's move to the Google and check how we can check the classes. If we go on the USPTO, after moving on the uspto.gov, we will click on the trademark and we will click on develop a search strategy. Scrolling down, we can see overview each international class. We can see here as we are going to register in Amazon, we are selling goods, then our class will be 001 to 017. Then we can see that in which class we come, and we can see the more detailed view from there. Like if I'm going to register our product in home and kitchen, I can see that class number 21 is for home and kitchen products. Yeah, you can see that kitchen utensils, containers and household items come in the class 21. From there you can check your product falls in which class, and you have to select one class while a process in USPTO. Now after checking the class, you will go on the next step and start your application process. Before starting the application process, you have to log in the USPTO with your account, and if you don't have an account yet, you can click on a create USPTO account and create an account. And the first step is when you are going to start your application is you have to select T plus and T standard, as I have described how will you select T plus or T standard, and then you have to select either you are going with attorney or without attorney. Here one thing keep in mind, that if you are a USA national person and you have a physical address in the USA, then you can go without attorney. But if you are not from USA and sitting in any other country registering a trademark, then you should have an attorney in the USA who have the physical address. So after selecting these two things, you will click on the continue, and we will move on to our next step, which is fill a great application in which we will give owner of the mark, and then company name and company, all the data and addresses. All your addresses and contact number should be must be accurate, so that your file should not be denied. After giving all the data, we will move to the next step, and here we will select one mark. Either we will go to the standard mark, which is word mark, or we will go with the design mark, voice mark. We will select one from these, and then after selecting one, we will give the description. Like if we click on the word mark, then we will give a word on which we want to register. If we click on the design mark, then we will upload a design which we want to register. And after giving that data, we will click on continue as well and move to the next step. In the next step, we have to select one class. I have told you previously in this video that how you can check in which class you present. You will click, you can search for your product description or from the class name as well. You will select one your class and click on the insert checked entities and move to the next step. Next step is for uploading a specimen. There are two different situations. One situation is you already have using that mark in an e-commerce agency in e-commerce platform, or the second situation is you are not using in the already that mark, and you are going to start for the first time. If you click one, basically this website is a dynamic website. Every time you choose one option, they will show all the option from using that data which you will select. So here if you select you are already using in the commerce industry, then you will you have to upload a specimen of your products and then give all the details that first date you started on that using that name, and then you will click on the continue. After continue, the next step is they will ask again an email address and a contact number. Contact number should be accurate, because if you messed up something in the application data, they can call you on that contact number and ask for that data. And if you did not give the wrong contact number and could not attend the call, your application will be rejected. On the next step, they will give you the fee information as per your classes. If you select one class, like if you want to sell in the different categories, then you have to select two classes and the fees will be $250 per class. And if you are selecting two classes, then your fees will become $500, and it will be increased according to your number of classes. In the next step, you have to give the signature and electronic signature and the name, all the specification related to your signature. And after continue from that, your file will be completed. And there, from the first step, if you click on the input, you will see a complete file. There you can recheck all the data, either it is correct or not, and if you found anything wrong, you can go back and fill the form correctly. And if all the data is correct, then you have to submit the application, and your review application will be continue. And after reviewing, they will contact you, either your trademark is registered or it is denied. So that is the complete process how you can register your trademark through IP Accelerator. And later on we have discussed trademark through USPTO. Now one thing remains, that how we can check that this trademark is available or not. If you go on the uspto.gov again and click on the trademark, click on the search trademark, you will go on, and then you have to click on search over trademark database. And in the next step, you will click on the basic word search mark or basic design mark. After selecting one, you will go on the next page, and in the column search term, you have to write the mark which you want to register. And from that mark, you can see this mark is already registered or not. Like I have said Nike, and I can see that Nike is already registered. This is a word mark of Nike, and we can see the CTL number and the registration number of the Nike. And if I have also checked about the design mark of Nike as well. So you can check for that word mark, either word mark you want to register, you can check, or either you want to go with the design mark, you can also check as well that this design is already registered or not. So it is compulsory to check either it is available or not before you are going to submit application. So if you want to check in the Europe, then you will go on into EUIPO website and search for that trademark which you want to register. And as well I searched on Nike, and then I can see that Nike is already registered in the Europe market as well. And you can also search through Google search, like you will write on the Google Nike registration trademark in the USA. And if Nike is registered, you can see that below they are representing that Nike is already registered. And if you click on that link, you will go onto the page which is Justia Trademark. This is a website where all the trademarks appears. Now let's move to the again USPTO and check practically how we can check our trademark registered or not. In trademark, we have to click on searching trademark, and after clicking on that, we will click on the search over trademark database. Then we will click on basic word mark search, and here in the search term we will write a word which we want to search. Like if we want to register a trademark with any name, with that name we want to sell our goods, we will write these names there. As I have said Nike, I can see all the records which are related to Nike. And if I click on the one record, I can see all the details. This is design mark, and word mark is Nike, and then I can see all the details that either it is live or dead. So here is all the process how you can register a trademark. I hope all your question how you can register a trademark through any way, either through USPTO or IP Accelerator, is clear now. If you found any question, you can let us know in the comment section. We will be happy to answer you. Thanks for watching video. Please like, subscribe and share, and keep watching Bizistech channel. Thank you.